Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all doing well. In the last video session, we had a brief discussion about chapter number 1 in history, that is about events and process in that French Revolution. Today, of course, we will continue the same brief discussion about the chapter 1, that is the events and process only. French Revolution. Cadets, you know very well, French Revolution considered as the landmark in the history, not only in the history of Europe, but it is the landmark in the history of the world. Reason is that the French Revolution opened up new avenues in the process of human thinking or in the process of government, such as democracy, liberty, equality, justice, fraternity, all those ideas. Today all these ideas are very popular, but those ideas were initially started with the French Revolution of 1789. Today, let us understand the few important dates related to French Revolution. I request you to please go through, or you can write also. So, what happened in 1774? In 1774, Louis XVI became the King of France, and he faced a problem of empty treasury and growing discontent within the society about the old regime. And Louis XVI assumed, or he became the King of France. The Louis XV, during the time of Louis XV engaged a lot of time in the battlefield or in the war field. As a result, what happened? The treasury was emptied in France. So when Louis XVI assumed to the power, he faced the problem of lack of money or the empty treasury, and people were not happy with the Louis XV rule. So that is the beginning. Second one, that is 1789. Convocation of Estate General. Third Estate forms National Assembly. The Bastille stormed. Peasants revolt in countryside. So what happened in 1789? 1789, why important? Because the French Revolution, the date of French Revolution is 1789. So 1789, what happened? Earlier, the meeting of all the three estates, that is first, second and third estate, was called as Estate General. Now the meeting of Estate General is renamed as National Assembly. So National Assembly. And what happened? The prison called Bastille prison was destroyed, and the farmers revolted in the countryside. Then in the year 1791, what happened in 1791? The constitution is framed with the limited power to the king. Even though French Revolution was outbroke in 1789, still the leaders of French Revolution, they gave the chance or a position to the king. So the king was made as a head of the country, but with the limited powers. Then what happened in 1792 to 93? 1792 to 93, France became a republic, and the king is, of course, he is guillotined or beheaded, killed. But the death of Louis XVI is not end of the misery or the problems in France, because the France went under the control of Maximilien Robespierre, that is Jacobean Club. 1804, Napoleon became Emperor of France and he captures large parts of Europe. And in 1815, what happened? Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo. So, try to understand 1774, 1789, 1791, 1792, 93, 1804 and 1815. The same chapter discussed about social contract. So I told you social contract of Rousseau. Rousseau's social contract. What is social contract of Rousseau? In which Rousseau very clearly said that the king is origin of a social contract. King is not divine origin. So later his theory was supported by several others. So other important thing what we have to remember about the French Revolution is oath of tennis court. Oath of tennis court and the how oath of tennis court decided to write the Constitution of France. So this is what we speak about. France became a constitutional monarchy. Means France where the king became the head of the country. That is happened in which year? The year 1791. But the power of the king was very limited. So that is what very limited power was given to the monarch or to the king. These powers, instead of being concentrated in the hands of one person, now separated and assigned different institutions. The first time what we say today, first time the concept of judiciary, executive and legislature started. So today we have judiciary, that is Indian judiciary is High Court and the Supreme Court and High Court. Executive is there in the state and national level, the President, Vice President, Prime Minister. Legislature is there in state and national level, such as Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, in state Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. So first time the concept of separation of powers was introduced because of the French Revolution. Okay. Now in the last class, of course I explained you Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen. This is very important because today we enjoy a lot of rights, but there was a time where people across the world, let it be in Asia or Europe, they were denied of any rights. So what French Revolution declared? Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen. Very important. In this you see, men are born and remain free and equal in rights. The aim of political association, the aim of political association is preservation of natural and inalienable rights. What is inalienable rights? Means rights which are inseparable. Which are the inseparable rights? Means if a person, every person should get certain minimum rights, that is right to liberty, right to property, security and resistance or opposition to the oppression These are the certain important rights. Apart from that, the source of sovereignty resides in the nation. No group or people may exercise authority that does not come from the people. So it is very clearly made that individual or people are final, not the king. Then liberty consists of power to do whatever which is not injurious to others. The law has a right to forbid only actions injurious in the society. Law is the expression of general will. All citizens have right to participate in its formation personally through their representatives. So today you see, today what we are seeing, the passing of law by the government and all, this is almost majority features of today's governance is taken from the Declaration of Rights. All citizens are equal before law. So this is what we today popularly speak, what? Rule of law. So the rule of law is a concept which is introduced by the French Revolution. No man may be accused or arrested or detained except in case of determined by the law. This is what today we say writ of habeas corpus. Means no person can be arrested without proper or a valid reason. Every citizen may speak and write, print and feel freely. This is what we today speak about, right to express freedom. He must take the responsibility of abuse of liberty determined by the law. For the maintenance of public force and the expenses of administration, a common tax is indispensable. So system of taxation was introduced after the French Revolution, because for the working of government tax is must. So that is what they said. It must be assessed equally to all the citizens in proportion of their means. Means in proportion of means their property, their earning. Since property is scarce and inviolable right, no one may be deprived of it unless it is legally established public necessity. Why I am explaining briefly to you? Because you have to understand today what we are enjoying, the rule of rights. These are all the gifts of, or the initiation started with the French Revolution. Not only that, there are certain allegories or the symbols. You can see here the symbols. All these symbols are used by during the French Revolution. So what is the meaning, what is the symbol of meaning of cap? You see, a red cap worn by a slave upon becoming a free, means a person who is wearing this cap is identified that he is free from the slavery. Blue, white, red and the national color of France. So blue, white and red, national color of France. The winged women, thus personification of law, or the goddess of justice, what we say today. Later in this chapter we are also discussed about how France started composing the national anthem. Like today we have in India national anthem. Like France, they have national anthem Marseillaise. This is composed by Roger de Isle, and this initially inspired the people of France to lead the revolution. Later it converted into national anthem of that particular country. And you can see the picture here. I am talking about this particular picture. Here what happens, you see, this painting symbolifies the, what is the symbol of this painting? This one rare painting by women artists. The revolutionary events made it possible for a women to train with established painters and to exhibit their work in the saloon, which was an exhibition held every once in 2 years. The painting is a female allegory of liberty, that is female, the female form of symbolize the idea of freedom. So that is what the idea of freedom, one of the most discussed paintings of those days. What happened to Louis XVI? Louis XVI was the king of France during French Revolution. What happened to him? Louis XVI was guillotined. Why he was guillotined? He was guillotined or sentenced to death. Why? Sentenced to death for the purpose, for the treason or betrayal of one's own country. Betrayal of one's own country. That is the reason why. But end of Louis XVI not just solve the problem of France, because after that it was the dangerous years that of course we will study in detail. That is about reign of terror. The period from 1793 to 1794, the period of terror. So this period is called as reign of terror. So in the reign of terror, the leader of Jacobin club, Maximilien Robespierre. So Maximilien Robespierre was so cruel even for his own men. He introduced several reforms. Of course they were good, but he was very harsh in implementation of rules and regulations. So was not liked by his own people. So every now and then there is a lot of problem in France. So women also went for revolution. That is what this topic explains about. Did women have a revolution in France? Of course they had a revolution because of shortage of food grains. So abolition of slavery. So slavery was considered as must, because those days slavery is must because they wanted to build a strong army. So they wanted slavery. So finally the chapter ends with the Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte established, the chapter ends with the Napoleon Bonaparte. So Napoleon Bonaparte, who came to power in the year 1804, and Napoleon Bonaparte crowned himself as Emperor of France. Napoleon Bonaparte very progressive because he introduced many laws such as protection of private property, uniform system of weights and measures, so he tried to modernize the French society, but initially he was considered as liberator, and he is person who can bring freedom to the people. But later countries led by England, they were unhappy with the Napoleon Bonaparte, so the four countries joined together and defeated Napoleon Bonaparte in the Battle of Waterloo. The chapter ends with the Napoleon Bonaparte and the Waterloo of 1815. So this is what a short introduction to the chapter. In India, Tipu Sultan and Rajaram Mohan Rai and many others, they were all influenced by the idea of French Revolution. So this is about the chapter number 1. Of course, when we study in detail, we will go part by part so that you can understand the topic in a much more clear cut way. This is about Napoleon Bonaparte. Thank you, cadets.